Google is quietly doing some incredible things with NotebookLM, and it is definitely worth looking into. It has honestly reshaped how we get through our heavy daily workloads. We previously went over how much you can actually accomplish inside this platform. It is far from just another standard note-taking app, operating instead as a reliable asset builder that relies strictly on your own provided text. Today, we are looking at 7 real-world methods to clean up disorganized files and build polished outcomes. It is incredibly stressful when you are stuck putting together an important strategy presentation for tomorrow while 30 separate industry reports are just sitting there on your desk. None of us have the actual time to grind through that much reading, so we lean on NotebookLM to handle the bulk of that work using its smart research features. Our process starts by setting up a fresh notebook and uploading whatever documents we have on hand. If we are starting completely empty-handed, we use the built-in search feature to track down reliable papers from trusted names like Gartner or Forrester. After the system creates a thorough report complete with source citations, we move directly to the Creative Studio panel. The trick we always use is creating a specific text file called a slide deck specification. Inside this note, we map out our ideal audience, the total number of slides, and the visual style we need. Clicking on the presentation tool lets us drop those exact instructions right into the prompt. From there, the Imagen model builds out a beautiful deck that tells a genuine story instead of just repeating bullet points. It captures our color schemes and layout perfectly. After wrapping up that initial research phase, things usually get pretty chaotic with big projects because all your info is trapped in random emails, call transcripts, and messy spreadsheets. That is exactly when we use NotebookLM to build a personalized brand expert that completely understands our business goals. We just throw everything from client meeting notes to official project scope documents right into the main source side panel. Before we even start typing out questions, we go ahead and set up a custom persona for the whole notebook. We usually tell the AI to look at things like a senior growth strategist who cuts straight to real, practical steps and points out blind spots. Once that persona is locked in, the AI starts reading all of our uploaded data through that specific viewpoint. We can ask it to whip up a quick project summary or a solid risk assessment report. What makes this a massive time saver for us is the one-click export feature over to Google Docs. It lets us grab those AI insights and instantly send them to the team in a clean, official layout. It basically acts like a project lead who read every word. So we have really focused on finding ways to make our final project data visually attractive as well. We have started creating branded infographics that incorporate our actual company visual assets. Usually when people use standard AI art generators, the results look a little robotic and impersonal, lacking that unique brand touch. However, NotebookLM changes that because we can upload our own distinct brand characters or graphic visuals as our source documents. For example, if we are crafting a campaign for a company specializing in home decluttering, we just upload that organization's mascot as our starting image reference. When we ask the creation tool to build an infographic, we provide precise instructions to utilize that specific character throughout the entire illustration. We have the flexibility to choose different artistic styles, perhaps a sketch on a whiteboard or a sleek grid layout, and set the perfect orientation for different social media outlets. The platform takes the actual data points from our provided text sources and skillfully blends them into our custom branding visual identity. This really allows us to maintain a coherent look across everything we share without having to send a request to a professional graphic designer for every social post or brief project update. On top of making nice pictures, we also use this tool to stay smart and learn new things without sitting at a computer desk all day long. We use the talk show style audio builder to turn our heavy reading into a show that we can easily listen to. When we have a long list of new business trends to study, we collect web links from a smart search tool like Perplexity to make sure we have the newest facts. We copy all of those website links into a project folder and then open up the audio settings. We never just use the normal setup. We change the audio by picking a very close look or a tough review style. We can even tell the computer talkers who they are speaking to and what exact points they need to discuss. As soon as it finishes, we get a great conversation between two computer voices that we can play on our phones.
But the how of that prioritization is exactly what concerns me.
If they say something cool, we can push a button to ask the talkers a question right away, and they will answer using only our files. Apart from just upgrading our own skills, we have realized we can put together comprehensive training setups for our entire staff using just one workspace. Imagine you are tasked with onboarding a fresh team on a complicated piece of software or your internal company guidelines. You simply upload all your background files and let the AI draft a clear, multi-session workshop layout. After saving that structure into your notes, you can dive right into building out the actual materials. You use the video creation tool to script out short explainer clips for each section, detailing the exact visual vibe you need, like a clean textbook drawing. From there, you take that lesson structure and turn it into matching presentation decks for the person running the meeting. To feel confident that the training is actually working, you hit the quiz option to create real, practical tests. You get to decide the difficulty level and the exact topics the questions cover. Having everything centered in one notebook guarantees your scripts, slides, and test sheets stay completely accurate. Changing things up a bit, we also use this great software to check on other businesses and study our market. As business owners, we spend hours looking at rival websites to find out how they sell their products. To make this much faster, we use Gemini to pick out the 20 biggest names in our business and give us their web links. We take that whole list and drop it right into our NotebookLM folder. Instead of spending days reading every single website, we use the tool that makes clean information charts. We tell the computer exactly what rows and columns we want, like the product name, their front page title, who buys from them, and their main selling point. In under 60 seconds, the computer reads all 20 web links and builds a neat table for us. The finest part is that we can send that table straight over to Google Sheets with one click. This gives us a useful document we can sort and study with our partners. We can even put that finished sheet back into the folder to create a beautiful market map chart, showing us business opportunities right away. Lastly, we need to show you how we take all of our hard work and turn it into a real working website using NotebookLM and Gemini together. We like to treat NotebookLM as the safe box where all our true facts are stored, and Gemini is the builder that takes those facts and makes something real. You can actually move your whole notebook into the Gemini website. Once you open the special canvas screen, you can tell Gemini to take your notes, videos, and graphics and change them into a beautiful working web page. We use this method to build helpful school websites about hard topics where people can click on flipping cards, take quick tests, or talk to a small help box that only knows what we put in our notes. Gemini is wonderful at making websites look pretty, adding smooth moving parts and clean setups that look just right. This easy process lets us go from basic reading notes to a real website that you can share in just a tiny bit of the time it usually takes. We really hope looking at these 7 real-world examples gives you a clear sense of how capable Google NotebookLM has become. It has evolved far past a simple notebook for studying, turning into a genuinely useful space for anyone dealing with information overload who needs to make sense of it all. The best way to start is just picking one thing you're working on today, dropping your background documents in, and letting the tool show you what it can do. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.